Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Kol Haloyim, Adonai Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shah Malak Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honor to the apostle that was great millstone. Peace, salutation, and hope for elect. Habayah Shah Malak Dawadah, the house of King David, and the confusion of faces that let these heathen nations, but identity goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The real holy chosen seed line. Shalom. Alright, so I don't know if you Akim are familiar with this anime called High School of the Dead. But this is like the very first episode going into like how these main characters, well, Hasashi was only in the first episode, but that was Rei's boyfriend at the time. And I saw this anime like, a couple years ago, way before I was in this truth, but I started to when I came into this truth, then I started to realize like how desperate Rei was getting to be with Takashi after Hasashi died, and that was like later on in other episodes. But what happened was with the episode is that Hasashi dies because he tries to put one of the zombies in a headlock, and one of the zombies bit him, and once you're bitten by the zombies in this type of show, you were supposed to die because somebody has to kill you, because if you get bitten by a zombie, you were infected, and that means that you were going to remain as a zombie and then infect somebody else. So there was no like cure to the zombie disease. So I'm going to bring out a few scriptures after I show this this scene on how a lot of you women, how a lot of y'all going to be in these end times, how humble y'all going to be, and how a lot of men are gonna die, because when it's coming to like zombie outbreak and stuff like that, it shows you that there's only a few remaining survivors. And I'm gonna connect this with with this truth. Have some scriptures after I'm done with this video. So
why
he would have bitten you if I didn't do that.
I didn't ask you to save me. And how would you know that anyway? What are you, some expert? And I would have been willing to get bitten. Better to die that way than surviving by doing something like this.
I don't think Hasashi would have wanted that for you.
How do you know that, Takashi? Oh, I know. You must have hated Hasashi, am I right? Because he was dating me. You're going.
You obviously don't want me around anymore. I'll go downstairs and smash him.
What are you talking about? You can't take on that many of them by yourself. Henry? Takashi? No, stop it! I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I really didn't mean it. So please stay with me. Don't leave me.
On the day everything came to an end, I killed my best friend. Then I held the girl that I loved for the first time in my life.
alright, so basically like the main point of this video was to show like how basically I know before the end of this video, it showed you that Takashi had to kill Hasashi because he got infected with the zombie disease, so he had no choice but to do it. And it's like, I mean, he was trying to save, he was trying to, they were trying to save each other, try to save themselves and stuff like that, and try to work together to kill the zombies. So, it's not like Takashi allowed Hasashi to die. It's just that it was unexpected how it happened. But y'all have to watch the anime for yourselves to see. But basically, the what happened is that yeah, now you see how like when Hasashi died, now you see how Rei, which was that girl with the brown hair, you see how she ran to Takashi now, and now then she started to fall in love with him later on in the anime. And there was other few guy survivors too. There was like some chubby guy named Hirano, and then some other pink hair girl um named Takagi, and there was another one named Yuriko, some purple hair girl. But and there's a few other remaining characters that survived um throughout the series. But I don't know all their names, because I haven't watched this anime in years. So, but she was Ray was acting a little bitchy. You seen in the scene, she was getting a little bitchy at first, about what happened, but then you see as Takashi was about to leave that bitch and just go and just and survive on his own. That's when she ran to him like, nah, she need him. You see, and that's basically how these women gonna be, man. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of you guys out there that don't have this truth, that's how it's gonna be. You're gonna die. I'm just saying, like, that's how it is. Like, if you don't have no understanding of this truth, if you walk out of this truth and go back into the world and don't care about this truth no more, you're just going to die. Anyhow you reject this truth, you're just gonna die, just like that. And the only real men that's standing is the men of the Lord, and that's talking about like not only the Israelites but just the elect, the chosen remnant of the chosen nation. That's what's gonna happen. And all you women are gonna get down with the program, and y'all gonna be so desperate and humble in that day. Y'all gonna actually shut the fuck up. Y'all not gonna be running your mouth like that, because you see, as that bitch Ray, as she ran to that guy Takashi and wanted to be humble and wanted to help him out. I mean, y'all not gonna help us out and fight, and whatever the whenever the Most High gives us that spiritual power to fight against, like, what's gonna happen in these end times. He's gonna empower his men, but you women are gonna have to cleave onto that protection, and y'all gonna have to cleave onto that Israelite man, according to Isaiah 4:1. But let me bring out some scriptures so y'all can get edified. So Isaiah 3:25 says, "Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war." And 26 says, "And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she mean desolate shall sit upon the ground." So that shows you right there that a lot of you women, y'all gonna really mourn, because all y'all men are gonna die by the sword. And I mean, the sword is basically like an instrument of, like, of a weapon. Basically, like, it can mean like any of the Most High's calamities that He have set up just for you to for you to face affliction and die. So, and basically, a lot of the men are gonna die in the race wars. Y'all gonna die, in famines and stuff like that. You know, any man that don't have this Israelite truth, man, and that that's not part of the elect, is going to die. That's how it is. I know you. And another thing about you women, y'all are very picky. Y'all very choosy on who y'all want to date and all that. But I know what y'all mainly care for is protection. And you know who's gonna who y'all have no choice but to pick the Israelite man of the elect. Y'all have no choice. So y'all ain't gonna be picky in that day. Y'all gonna get down with any man in that day. That's how humble y'all gonna be. Y'all gonna learn y'all fucking place in these end times. All you women, Israelite women, and you heathen women. And even though like a lot of y'all gonna be rejected, for all the wickedness, for some of the wickedness y'all been doing. So then it's up to us to pick y'all. So, and I know later on in that anime, it did show you that like some of the they were showing some scenes or whatever. Some of the women were being a little flirty with the few of the surviving men in there and stuff in the house and stuff like that. But yeah, and that's pretty much going according to Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, "We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, and let us be called by thine own name to take away our reproach." So yeah, so you women gonna come back into your right state of mind. Y'all gonna learn y'all role. Y'all not gonna be running y'all big ass mouths like y'all do. Because this is what you're gonna come to in these end times. This is the stuff that you're gonna come to in Second Esdras 15. Go all the way down here. It says, "Thy children shalt die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities will be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountain shall die of the hunger, and eat up their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. Thou as unhappy shalt come through the sea, and receive plagues again. And in this passage they shall rush on the idol city, and shall destroy some of the portion of the land, and consume part of thy glory, and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed. So you see that? And it tells you Babylon is like America, spiritually. That's called yeah, Babylon is America, because America is confused. You got all these fucking faggots, transgenders, you got, all this shit that's going on, false philosophies, false ideology, people getting confused, they don't know what the hell they want to be the next damn day. A man could be, don't know if you want to be a woman the next damn day, and stuff like that. People getting all confused with all type of religions, people from going to churches and then becoming atheists and all that, not having this truth, you know. So yeah, but the main point is that, a lot of you women, y'all gonna really witness a lot of horrors in these end times, and y'all gonna be so humble. You see, like in that show High School of the Dead, it was like, disease outbreaks with zombies and stuff like that. And and knowing the movies that Esau be making, the so-called white man, he be making movies of quarantine. There's movies called that. There's movies called what you call it, World War Z, the Crazies. He makes a lot of these movies with disease outbreaks and zombies infecting the city with a nasty disease, that outbreak, like a virus or something like that. So you see all these disease outbreaks that these elites are trying to come up with. They use like people like Bill Gates to try to push the vaccines, and soon they might have something where they cause like a virus within the vaccine, because those vaccines cause viruses that they cause all those diseases that you see. And it's gonna come to a point in time where it may cause a disease that you're gonna people are gonna be turning into zombies and biting each other and infecting each other and shit like that. It's gonna happen. It could happen. But either way, besides that, people are gonna be acting like that when there's a famine. People are going to be looking like zombies and acting like zombies when there's a famine, because food and water is the stability of the human mind. So if you don't have that, just imagine how crazy you're going to be in these end times. In these end times, you're going to go crazy without food and water for several weeks. And Americans don't train themselves on how to fast. So mind that. Keep that in mind. Americans don't train themselves how to fast. So just imagine how y'all will be on the first week without food, especially you 2/3 niggas, man. And I know, even though in the anime they did survive carnally, this is all a spiritual warfare. Y'all could run, I know they, in the anime they use the guns, they use, knives, whatever, carnal weapons to smash the zombies' heads, to blast the zombies and shit like that. Man, all that shit ain't gonna mean shit in these end times, man, because you're gonna have military troops fighting against you too. You're gonna have military troops taking your ass out the houses, all that shit, man. And Esau, he owns all the guns for the most part. This is a spiritual warfare. So just to keep that in mind. So the Most High has to give you spiritual power for you to endure all the stuff that's gonna happen in these end times. You're gonna need that Holy Spirit to be with you. And if it's not with you, you're gonna die. So, and you women, y'all not made to fight. Y'all are only made to be in the house, cooking and cleaning and raising children. That's it. Y'all gonna learn your role in these end times. Y'all gonna come back to that role. The Most High had it there for a reason. Just because Esau is in rulership and he tells you that you could fight against the man and work and all that shit, is not that's fucking y'all heads up. And a lot of y'all are getting fucked up with that feminism shit. And y'all are not happy. Y'all are oppressed. And y'all act like being liberated is helping y'all, but it's not. It's oppressing y'all. Y'all are never happy because everything y'all do, y'all blame on a man. And when y'all make your own decisions, y'all blame it on the man. Everything y'all do to the man, and the man ain't do jack shit to you but helping you, y'all blame it on the man still. That's why it shows you y'all women shouldn't be in power. Because y'all are emotional creatures. Y'all are weak. Y'all are the weaker vessel. And y'all gonna learn in these end times. And even you dykes too. And those that have y'all transgenders, y'all dykes that be taking male hormones. I'll tell you, the next time you have your period, all those male fucking hormones, and it's gonna leak when you have your fucking period. It's gonna leak out of you. Yep. Or the next time you take a piss or whatever, it's gonna all leak out of you in these end times. Watch. Y'all gonna see. The Most High is gonna scare it out of you. So keep thinking that y'all like a man. That's why it says right here, the second Ezra 16 and 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in the fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? That's what Ezra is saying. And he's a prophet, so he's saying all this. And he's scared himself. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be good, so good and cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even when shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. So you see in these zombie movies, basically, in the zombie animes, and the apocalypse and all that shit, you will basically see that, like, you know, the cities will be cast down. You will see a few will be left to the cities. You know, it's like what Ezra's saying. You know, this is the stuff that he's predicting. And it's very graphic because it's like it's going, and like I said, words can't even describe how, animations can't even describe what you, all the stuff that you see on TV is just a baby trailer to what the Most High is gonna really put in your face. And even if he puts those things in your face, which he will, but he's gonna do it on a worse, greater scale, y'all gonna be so scared because you Americans, y'all not ready for that, especially you women too. Anytime you're gonna be put into a shit hits the fan, all hell break loose type of environment, you know, if y'all have a little taste of what Jacob's trouble is like, y'all not gonna be able to survive, man. And you Jakes too, y'all the same, you men too, y'all not gonna be able to survive if y'all don't have this truth, man. Because Jeremiah said, even a man shall travail as a woman at that day, roughly paraphrasing. So just imagine how you women gonna be. Y'all gonna be like little female puppies in that day, and y'all gonna be so humble too. So y'all gonna be, y'all gonna be. I'm telling y'all, man. You women are gonna learn y'all place. You see how that girl Ray was hugging on Takashi, telling him not to leave her, that he wanted to cleave onto her. That's how you women gonna cleave onto us, man. And we're not gonna care about y'all like that unless y'all meet our requirements, because we had to meet your requirements. We had to we had to be kind of providing. We had to be a little caring for y'all and stuff like that. We had to, of course, like act a way where it fits your requirements, or y'all gonna fit our requirements. Y'all gonna make sure y'all know how to cook and clean, make sure y'all are virgin and stuff like that. Y'all gonna meet a lot of our requirements, even though we might have to take some of y'all that are not virgin, but don't expect us to have sex with you. And when we take y'all in, y'all gonna be trying to have sex with us. And then it's like what Elder Kazak said, y'all woman, y'all gonna be like a minute thing in the kingdom, and it's gonna happen on this side too. Before the kingdom, it's gonna happen on this side when the government shuts down completely and all hell breaks loose. And like I said, when these diseases outbreak, y'all gonna see a lot of people getting affected by these diseases, and y'all gonna see the famines hitting, and y'all gonna see that there's a low scarcity on food and water, a very low scarcity on food and water. So y'all gonna be really trying to kill each other over food. Y'all gonna be eating each other. That's what is gonna happen, and it's all in Second Ezra 15 and 16, and all throughout the certain other chapters, certain other books in the Bible that talks about famines. It's going to happen. So y'all gonna have to learn, you woman. Y'all gonna learn the hard way. I know y'all at ease right now. If y'all watching this video, y'all have food in the fridge and all that. Y'all probably have a whole house packed full of food. Yeah. Y'all may be living good, but This is what Isaiah said, because he knows what the type of time we're coming into. He said, Isaiah 32:9, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come, which is talking about the government. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Yeah, you women are gonna be desolate. Y'all gonna be destroyed. Y'all gonna be crying for that Israelite man. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Y'all gonna be put in situations where y'all so scared and y'all so um fearing for your life. Y'all gonna be thinking about what can I possibly do to avoid these things that's gonna happen to you, to avoid these evil things. And one thing about the Most High, He's gonna make you see so much death, so much blood, so much massacre, heads exploding, bodies being chopped up, guts splattering, blood, all types of that, eye gouging, all type of blood splattering, all the stuff that you basically see in horror movies. It's a baby thing to what the Most High is gonna do. Esau is just showing you in the movies. And I know you Jakes, y'all have Netflix, and you Eves too. Y'all got Netflix, Hulu. Y'all should watch some movies like this. If y'all can't even watch it behind the screen, if y'all cover your eyes, just imagine what the Most High is gonna show you in these end times. Especially when the famine hits, and especially when disease outbreaks happen too. Zombies, people gonna be like zombies in these days and times. Don't worry. The Most High got something in store for y'all. Don't that scoff against this truth too, and don't want to hear this truth at all. And it's gonna hit y'all like y'all don't know where it came from. Y'all don't know when it's gonna happen, and that's how the Most High is gonna hit you. So, if I was you, woman, man, I will get to the order right now. So, that's a lesson I just wanted to point out. Hope I made that lesson edifying. Let's give all glory, praises, honor to Adonai Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shah, Malak Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.